It feels like just yesterday, artificial intelligence was something you'd only see in movies. But now, it's everywhere, a part of our daily lives. And this tech is getting smarter and faster, pushing us towards this critical point. The question really isn't if AI is going to surpass human intelligence anymore. It's when. And more importantly, what happens to all of us when it does? Let's get into it.
And that's not some dramatic line from a sci-fi script. That's a direct quote from Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the company that basically kicked this whole thing into overdrive. I mean, this isn't some problem for our grandkids. The very people building this technology are telling us right now that it's already happening.
For pretty much all of us, this whole revolution just exploded into our lives with ChatGPT. The second that thing launched, it kicked off a frantic global AI arms race. You had giants like Google, Meta, even X, all scrambling to build their own, trying to make each one bigger and more powerful than the last.
And look, this competition isn't just about who can build the cleverest chatbot. No, this is a high-stakes, flat-out race towards something way, way bigger, and it is moving at a truly terrifying speed.
Okay, let's just stop and think about how insanely fast this all escalated. Late 2022, ChatGPT comes out. Less than a year later, it's an all-out arms race. And now we're hearing predictions that true superintelligence could be here in just a few years. We went from a neat tool for writing emails to a serious debate about the future of the human race, in what feels like the blink of an eye. It's wild. So what even is this superintelligence that everyone is racing to build? It is so important to understand that we are not just talking about a smarter version of ChatGPT. We're talking about a completely different kind of intelligence altogether. See, superintelligence isn't just an AI that's better than a human at one specific thing, like chess or doing complex math. We're talking about an entity that would make the most brilliant scientists, artists, and strategists in human history look like toddlers playing with blocks, in every single field. This really shows the massive jump between what we have today and what's coming. The AI we have now, it's like an incredible parrot. It processes all the data we've ever created and mimics our intelligence. But a true superintelligence? That's a creator. It wouldn't just be remixing what we gave it. It would be generating completely new, novel ideas. It would set its own goals, and it would do it at a speed we literally cannot comprehend. And this whole conflict is basically personified by two people. On one side, you've got Sam Altman, the trailblazer, pushing forward as fast as humanly possible. And on the other, you have Geoffrey Hinton, one of the literal godfathers of AI, a guy who built the foundations for all of this. And now, he's sounding every alarm he can, warning us that we're building something we won't be able to control. So this race has very real consequences. In the first place we're all going to feel it is with our jobs. We have to talk about the potential for a full-on job apocalypse, a complete unraveling of the global economy and how we even think about work. At first, we all kind of thought, oh, AI will just replace the boring, repetitive jobs. But the threat is so much broader now. We're talking writers, artists, accountants, even scientists are seeing their core tasks being automated. It's not about replacing our hands anymore. It's about replacing our minds. And that brings us to a really fundamental, kind of scary question for society. When an AI can do basically every single job better and cheaper than any human can, what is the point of the human workforce? This isn't just an economic problem anymore. It's an existential one. And here's a crucial point. This disruption is not going to hit everyone equally. The wealthy nations that are actually building this tech, they might be able to adapt, maybe with something like universal basic income. But for developing nations, the complete automation of labor could trigger a total economic collapse, leading to massive instability and a global fight over basic resources. Okay, so beyond the economy, superintelligence brings another existential threat to the table. It is about to fundamentally change the entire nature of war, making it faster, more autonomous, and way, way deadlier. Just think about this for a second. Think about those delivery drones that Amazon is testing. They can map a route, follow directions, and drop a package at a specific doorstep. Now, just imagine replacing that Amazon package with a small explosive. The exact same technology can be instantly repurposed for war. And what's really terrifying is how simple and scalable this is. The AI plots the route, it uses facial recognition to find its target, it delivers the payload. Now, what happens when you don't send one, but 1,000? You have autonomous swarms of these things, carrying out attacks with zero direct human control.
And the battlefield isn't just physical anymore. A powerful enough AI could wage war without ever firing a single bullet. It could just switch off a country's power grid, shut down its missile defense systems, cripple its entire economy. All of it done quietly, creating total chaos from behind a keyboard. But maybe the most dangerous threat of all is the one that's already creeping into our lives. AI is starting to completely break down our shared sense of reality, blurring that line between what's real and what is totally fake.
Take a look at this person. This is Tilly Norwood. She's been hyped up as a rising Hollywood star, with mock-ups for action movies and big dramas. There's just one tiny little catch. She is a 100% AI-generated person. Tilly Norwood doesn't exist. And yet, she's completely believable, isn't she? Okay, now scale that technology up. What happens when a government can create a perfect photorealistic video of a political rival committing a crime they never committed, or fake evidence of an attack to justify going to war? I mean, when we can no longer trust our own eyes and ears, reality itself just becomes another weapon. So you can forget all those Hollywood movies with Terminator robots marching down the street. That's not how this plays out. The real AI takeover, if it happens, isn't going to be some big dramatic war. It'll be a quiet, slow transfer of control over our information, our economy, our decisions, all happening behind the scenes while we're happily distracted by AI-generated cat videos. For years now, we have been meticulously training these systems. We've been feeding them all of our knowledge, all of our art, our entire history. We have been teaching them to think like we do. And so that leads us to the final, unavoidable question. What happens to us, to humanity, when this new intelligence finally masters that lesson and decides it doesn't need its teachers anymore?